Hello everybody, welcome to today's video. Well, today I thought we'd talk about this little guy who is hankering for a biscuit that is on the table. You can just see his eyes peering, but as you can see by his little bandana, he was 1 at the weekend. You are a whole year old now. You are? How does it feel to be, oh, is it tiring being 1? You're actually technically 7, right? Oh, thank you for the kisses. So I asked on Instagram a couple of weeks ago if you had any questions that you'd like to know about Charlie. I have done a video like this a little while ago. It was like a puppy Q&A and what we'd learned having a puppy. So if you want to watch that video, I'll try to remember to leave a card up here. I can't ever remember how to do cards, but I'll try. Or it'll be in the description below. But that was sort of like talking about what it's like to get a puppy. Having a puppy is a complete whirlwind. It sort of throws your world upside down. And now he is, you know, he still is a puppy. He's only 1. He's only just 1. I think they don't reach maturity until, is it 18 months? When you're like a proper adult? When you can go and get a job? Are you going to start earning your keep soon? Going to get a little job? You're going to get a job? And so yeah, I still class him as a puppy. He's still my little fur baby. But he's so grown up now and he's changed in a matter of months really, haven't you? You've grown up now. Anyway, let's get into the questions that you guys asked me about him. Let me just find them. Like I said, he might wander off. He looks quite bored right now. What are you looking at? What are you looking at? Okay, so the first question has come from Catherine Collins, and she has asked, how has Charlie changed your lives? You're right on my shoulder. You're a bit close. Oh. He's changed our lives for the absolute best. He is just the best dog. He's so loving. In so many ways he has given us a new sense of responsibility, and that's going to sound really strange considering we already had a dog before. So we had Harvey. If you're new to the channel, we had a little Westie called Harvey, and he passed away about 18 months ago, and he was 16 years old, so he was a really old boy. And in many ways we had forgotten about him being young and the puppy stage and full of life. Because he was so old, he was very doddery. He just liked a little like 10-minute stroll around the block of an evening. He slept a lot. And yeah, he was very sort of self-sufficient in a way, in a strange kind of way. He was a responsibility because he was our pet, but having Charlie has just opened our eyes to a whole new world of responsibility. And having such a young dog, having him from, you know, 8 weeks old or 10 weeks old, I can't remember how old he was when we got him, 8 weeks or 10 weeks. Yeah, the whole newfound responsibility was a bit daunting at first, but in so many ways he's enriched our lives. He's such a character and we absolutely love the bones of him, don't we? And if we really want to take it down to a deep level, I know we're only just starting the video, but because me and Chris have struggled to have children, he is like our child. You're very loving today. Oh baby. Yeah, he is basically the child that we haven't been able to have. Okay, next question is from Sally-13. Charlie's so cute. And she's asked 2 questions. Will he grow any bigger? I don't know. Are we okay? Are we okay? I don't think he's going to grow any bigger than this, you know. Oh, you match my hair, Charlie. Look. We've got the same hair colour now. Yeah, I don't think he's going to grow any bigger than this now. He is roughly around 7 kilos now, and I think that's where he's gonna stay, I think. And the next question that she has asked is, do you use a cage for him? We have got a crate, yes, that is in the kitchen that he uses for bedtime. And in there is his bed and his bedtime bear. He's got bedtime bear that he's had since he was a puppy. And that's just his little safe space. So we've actually transitioned him downstairs now. And he's been downstairs for since July. And we're now in October. So he's been sleeping downstairs for quite a while now. He's such a good boy with his sleep. He sleeps a good 8 to 9 hours now, all the way through. Obviously when he was tiny, it was very much like trial and tribulations. Like we had the crate downstairs in the living room first of all, and we would basically it was like a tag team. So I'd sleep on the sofa for a couple of nights, then Chris would sleep on the sofa for a couple of nights. And just because he was so little and his bladder was so tiny and he needed a wee, and we were trying to train him to go outside, and it was just having a puppy as a whole world of experience. And yeah, so he was downstairs for a little bit, and then we took him upstairs to our bedroom. And I don't regret that, but in many ways it slowed down. Like, he could have been downstairs the whole time, but I think it was just us. We just felt like, well, he should be upstairs with us. Should be like, we should make it like a bedtime thing, so he goes upstairs to bed. And I know that so many people have their pet sleep upstairs with them, and they want them with them upstairs in the bedroom. But for us, I just felt like we were constantly like, what's he doing? What's he doing? Is he okay? And also, he doesn't like any kind of disturbance. He's quite fussy when it comes to wanting his sleep. So if we were upstairs and we put him to bed, he wants to be in bed. He wants to go to sleep. And so if you've got the TV on or any kind of light, if you're having a shower, you're just moseying around getting ready for bed, he did not like it and would kick up a fuss because he just wanted peace and quiet. And so since transitioning him downstairs, he just goes straight to sleep. And if you leave any kind of light on, he barks. He doesn't like it. So when Chris leaves for work really early in the morning sometimes, if he leaves the porch light on, he will start barking, and I have to come downstairs and turn it off and then go back to bed, and he goes back to sleep. So he's quite fussy. And so in hindsight, he probably shouldn't have come upstairs with us to begin with if we wanted him to sleep downstairs, but we were learning and we wanted him to be close to us. But actually what's best for him is to just have his own space. He's got his own crate. I feel like we will try to get rid of the crate eventually, but he's so content with it at the moment. I don't feel like we're at that phase yet where we will, you know, get rid of it. That's his bedtime, that's his space. He can take himself off to at any time, and he's really, really content. But yeah, he's still got a crate, which is just purely for bedtime. Susie Shell has asked, how long did it take you to toilet train him? Pretty quickly, actually. He's a very, very quick learner. I think Cavapoos in general are very, very quick learners. In fact, I think they probably get that from the poodle side, because poodles are very intelligent. Yeah, very quickly. We trained him by, I want to say, by 6 months. Maybe less than that, actually. Probably 4 or 5 months. He was asking to go out, to go outside, and he barks. He tells you when he wants to go to the toilet. So if we're watching telly, he'll just come in, look at you, and you just go, do you want a wee wee? And he'll be like, and he'll just go outside. Or he taps on the door, the back door. We did try the bell. You know, you can get bells for them to like tap on, but he was not grasping that at all. So he just taps on the window if he wants to go out, or barks. And yeah, but it took us, yeah, I think probably 4 or 5 months, and we'd cracked it and we got rid of the puppy pads. In fact, it feels so strange for me to even think about having the puppy pads now, because it's been so long. yeah, I was doing a little reel because I was putting a reel up for his birthday, and I was looking through all of like the videos that I had of him as a puppy, and like the puppy pads. I was thinking, oh my goodness, that seems like such a long time ago. Kira Allison, what is he like on recall? My 1-year-old pug is very bad. Well, we don't let him off the lead when we take him out for a walk, for a couple of reasons. One, safety. I'm just so scared that he's going to run off and go down a ditch, and also safety if there are other dogs around. We did have an incident where Springer Spaniel actually went for him, and since then I've been terrified to let him off, just in case, you know, you just never know what's around the corner. For the most part, around where we are, all of the dog owners are very, very responsible. If their dogs are off the lead and they see us coming, then they'll put their dog on a lead, which is, you know, responsible dog ownership. But yeah, there's this one particular dog that is just not very nice, just doesn't like him for some reason, and we see him every so often, and he just barks and barks and barks at him and wants to like go for him. And so for that reason, I am really anxious to let him off the lead where we are. I mean, you'd think that we could let him off in our local area because he knows it, it's all different smells and stuff. And so yeah, we don't let him off. In terms of recall though, he is pretty good because we do go to a enclosed field. There's two places we go to. There's one where they've got lots of like rubber chippings and things and agility things. So we go there, and then there's another one that's it's a massive field. You would have seen it if you watch my vlogs. And it's got tyres in there. It has got a few little agility things as well, and like tunnels, but you won't go in the tunnels because he's scared. But you've got like the little needles that you can go through and stuff. And he's really, really good at recall in there. So I don't feel like I have any issues in that respect, but it's just me and Chris as well. We're both very like, I don't want to let him off the lead where we are, because you just don't know about other dogs, do you? But he seems very content, and he's got a really long extendable lead, so when we are in the field and there's no one around, he can just run and run and run, and it's fine. But we just know that we've got control. And like I say, when we take him to the enclosed field, which is about once a month I think we go, he gets a really good run and play. Oh, there's another question from Susie Shell. What foods does he love? What foods does he love? Well, for his meals, he has Wainwright's biscuits. They're like the hypoallergenic biscuits. And then he'll have meat, so mainly chicken. He loves chicken. He loves ham, and he loves cheese. So every so often he'll have a little sprinkling of cheese on his dinner if he's been a bit fussy. He did go through a stage of being very fussy with his food, and it was kind of like trialing him with different biscuits to see which ones he liked. The only thing is, the only gripe I have about that is I wish dog brands would do little trial size packets of biscuits, because you have to buy the big sacks of them, and if he doesn't like them, it's such a waste. And so yeah, I mean, I've not seen any kind of little sachets or packets of biscuits when I've gone to Pets at Home and stuff. And so yeah, I think dog food companies are missing a trick there, because you need to just try things out. We had so many leftover biscuits trying to find out which one was his favourite, that we gave a lot of it to Sophie, who's his dog groomer. So we took loads of biscuits to her, because obviously she's got a dog grooming business, so she could use them as treats and things, and we just had so many left over. But yeah, he's on a mix of Wainwright's and meat. But in terms of like his favourite food, I'd say probably his favourite food in the whole wide world is chicken. Oh, and banana and watermelon. He loves watermelon because we had a lot of watermelon over the summer, and he likes that. And banana, he has, every time Mum has a banana, because I don't really have bananas very often, only in a sandwich, I know. But yeah, Mum will have a banana pretty much every day, and he likes to have the end of the banana. And then staying with the food theme, Vivoom _ has asked, what's Charlie's favourite snack? Oh, he has several that are his favourite, but I want to say, I don't know what they're called. They're like little bones with chicken wrapped round them. You can get them in Asda, in Home Bargains, B&M, that kind of thing. They're a packet. He has those every night at 9 o'clock. It is treat time, and he has one of those little chicken bones, a marquee, and a gravy bone. And he knows when it's 9 o'clock. He will be there, and he looks over at the cupboard, because they're in the cupboard next to where Chris sits, and he'll put his paw on Chris's knee every night at 9 o'clock. I don't know what it is. They know the time. He'll put his paw on Chris's knee and just stare at the cupboard, and he'll want his little chicken bone, his gravy bone, and his marquee, and that's his little treats for the evening. So they're his favourite treats. Okay, we're going to do just another couple of questions now, because I don't want this video to be really long. The next question we're going to go with is from Charlotte_Land79. Did you feel guilty getting another dog after Harvey passed away? I had quite a few questions actually in the same sort of theme, and I think it comes from a place of where people's obviously pets have passed away, and they feel like they are dishonouring maybe their memory by getting another dog. But honestly, I didn't feel bad at all. It was the right time. Harvey had been gone about 8 months, and we just felt like the house was just empty. The house was empty when Harvey passed away, and we just knew that we wanted to get another dog. We spent a lot of time researching, finding out what would work best for us, and yeah, we didn't feel guilty at all. It was time. I don't feel like it would have been right if we'd got one straight away. We needed that time. I think we needed that time to grieve as well, because when you lose a pet, it's like losing a member of your family. You have to grieve for them, but we just knew it was the right time when we got him. We just knew we were ready. And it's really helped obviously working from home as well, because I've been able to spend time with him. I think heart of hearts, you will know when you are ready to have another pet in your life if you've lost one. Just do it in your own time, when you feel ready, when it's right for you. Don't ever feel like you're replacing them, because no one will ever replace Harvey. Harvey had so many quirks and mannerisms about him that were so different to Charlie. And so nobody will ever take that away from you. And so yeah, we didn't feel guilty at all. We just knew it was, we were ready. It was time. And you know what? In many ways, I think if Harvey was still here, I think they'd get on really well. Last question, and it's from Edge20 Married Life Loves, and she has asked, we're wanting to have a small dog, but both work full time. Is it unfair to the dog? Now I feel like this question is very much open to interpretation. It's very, what works for us might not work for anybody else. We're very lucky that I work from home, so I've been able to, you know, spend time with him. And if I was to go back to work full time now, it's not actually an issue for us, because, you know, mum's at home some of the time because she works, you know, she works part-time, so she's at home, so she can be home with him if it needs be. But equally, he's old enough now where he can be left alone. We're able to leave him for a good few hours at a time now, and he's absolutely fine. He actually quite likes his own company. He's a very social dog, and he's very good with other dogs as well, but he's also, he likes his own space as well. And so, I mean, as you can see, he's just very content. And so if we do go out shopping, he's fine on his own now. Remember the times when we used to sit in the car at lunchtime for like half an hour thinking, is he going to be all right? We've left him on his own. He's absolutely fine now. But that comes with time. And obviously having a puppy, getting a puppy, going to work full time, it's a worry. And so it really is very much, you know, each to their own. You have to work out what's going to be fine for you, what's going to work for you. But equally, I feel like I said, if I go back to work now, I don't think it's going to be a problem either, because we do take Charlie to doggy daycare every so often. If we have a full day out where we know that nobody's going to be at home, and and we want him to be with somebody, we take him to doggy daycare, and he's looked after by Lisa and Natasha, who absolutely adore him. And yeah, and he stays over as well. He's had an overnight stay as well, and he's actually going there again in a couple of weeks' time. And when we go on holiday, he's going to go there as well. But like I say, what works for us might not necessarily work for anybody else. And you know, I think when you are thinking about getting a dog, getting a puppy, you really have to do your research and know that you can dedicate your time and your life essentially to them, because they are going to be your entire world for the first few months at the very least. I mean, he's our entire world now, but like, he's older now, so he's a bit more, you know, self-sufficient. He can be left alone, and we don't have to watch him like a hawk now, because when they're so tiny, we were constantly like, what's he doing, where is he, what's he got? You have to, like, we were constantly fishing things out of his mouth. I mean, he still does eat stones now. I don't think he's ever going to get over that. And so yeah, you have to really weigh up whether you can invest that time in your pet. And so yeah, I don't know if that's helped or not. It's each to their own, isn't it? Each to their own. But for us, it works really well for us, because we, you know, it's not just us. We've got mum around to help, but we've also got doggy daycare that he can go into doggy daycare if need be. It's not very expensive either. And the way we see it is, you know, if you were a parent and you had to go to work and your child has to go to nursery, it's kind of no different really. Anyway, that is going to be it for today's video. I still have so many more questions that we could have gone through, but I just sort of picked ones that sort of stood out to me. So thank you very much if you sent in a question via Instagram. I might do another one of these maybe in another 6 months time or something. I don't want to sort of bombard you with like Charlie stuff, even though he is very cute. But yeah, every so often I'll do like a little update video, or you know, a little Q&A. But I hope this has been interesting, and I can't believe he's 1 year old now. I can't believe it. Obviously it's very tiring being a 1-year-old dog. So is he a dog now? Is he still a puppy? He still feels like a puppy to me, but is he technically a dog now? I've got a 1-year-old dog. Dog, puppy, whatever, we wouldn't be without him. We absolutely adore him, and he's just the most amazing thing ever, and we love him so much. So yes, anyway, thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye. Do you want to say bye? Do you want to say bye? Yeah? Oh, he's far too big. He's too tired.